Indian Railways have embarked on a mega expansion plan across Northeast. Today I have with me Mr. Sabyasachi Day. He is the Chief Public Relations Officer of Northeast Frontier Railways, based here at the Maligaon headquarters, to talk about all the railway projects across the region. Mr. Day, welcome to Northeast Live. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's start by talking about the railway projects in the Northeast that would connect the region to international destinations like Myanmar, Bangladesh, Nepal, and I believe China as well.
Let me tell you a brief. Give you a brief. See, when we talk about railway connectivity,
yes,
the first and the foremost country we are trying to forge a railway network with is that of Bangladesh.
Okay.
We already have the Mahisasan 0-point railway line, which is in the state of Assam, and Shahbazpur in Bangladesh.
Right.
Then in Tripura we have 𝗥𝗩𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗏 Rail Project. And after Bangladesh we go to Bhutan, in which a very initial survey stage work is being done for 𝗥𝗩𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗏 to 𝗪𝗡𝗡 connectivity.
Okay.
𝗪𝗡𝗡 is in Bhutan, 𝗥𝗩𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗏 being in Assam. Then moving east, in Manipur we have the Imphal-Moreh line, which connects Myanmar border. Then when we come a bit south in Mizoram, we have the Sirang to 𝗥𝗩𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗏 line.
Right.
So these are the lines which will take us to the border areas. We are mainly targeting Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar. See, when you ask what about the neighboring country of China, we have an investment of around 1,20,000 crores for developing hill connectivity and border area connectivity, mainly in the Arunachal Pradesh region.
Okay.
And in the near future, we will see these projects taking shape. You will be knowing that this Bhalok-Tawang line is under survey.
Okay.
And we have submitted a preliminary report to the ministry.
Right.
In continuation, we will have many such projects along the Indo-China border in Arunachal Project.
Okay.
And for this, as I've already told you, an investment of rupees 1,20,000 crores is planned.
Right, right. Yes, that's quite an
quite
amount.
A huge amount just for one connectivity of just one area.
Right, right. That could be also because of the terrain involved. And
yes, that is also there. See, we have the terrain here is in the younger Himalayas, and the terrain is very tough to actually navigate through.
Yes.
Even in the Tawang project, during the initial survey stage, we came across a stretch in which we had no other option other than to build a tunnel, and the tunnel turned out to be a 21 kilometers long tunnel.
Right.
Yes. So these are the difficulties we are facing, right? So this 21-kilometer long tunnel might or might not take shape depending upon the whole structural strength in the whole region and all. So these are the kind of technological innovation which we have to do to actually tame these mountains here, and hence the project cost.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. So we are talking about the Tawang project. What is the update there, if you can
we have actually submitted a very preliminary survey report to the ministry, and we await a reply soon. How do we go ahead with that?
Okay, okay. Now, as far as the other connectivity projects are concerned, there's the connecting all the northeastern capitals is also there.
See, there are these national projects which have the aim is to connect all the capitals of all the northeastern states. We have projects connecting Sikkim. We have project connecting Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland. And these projects are being executed right now. The Sivok-Rangpo line, which connects Sikkim, is almost 57% done.
Okay.
And we expect it by the end of next year. We expect the line to be commissioned. Then we have the Sirang, Bhairavi-Sirang line connecting Mizoram, the state of Mizoram, capital of Aizawl, and that is around 90% complete. And soon we might see the finishing touches to this project.
Right.
Similarly is with Manipur also. Manipur is again was in a very advanced stage. Unfortunately, due to the civil unrest, the work there is stopped, and whenever the situation normalizes, we will start our work again.
Okay.
Then comes Nagaland.
Yeah.
So we had some delays initially in Nagaland, so the work started a bit late, but still we have a very optimistic target of completing the project by 2026, by the end of 2026.
Okay.
We will be connecting Kohima also. So these are the state capital connectivity projects. Other than that, we have one more new line project which connects Markongseleng in the northern part to Pasighat.
Okay.
And that project is being executed.
Okay.
You see, these projects, these don't only have they are not only being done to connect the states, they have a huge economic potential.
Right.
From freight, from passenger for tourists or for the people as such. See, this region never has seen a railway connectivity. And see, the edge which we have over any other mode of transport is we are the mass transporters.
Yes, the railways.
We don't transport in small value. We transport a large value,
volume,
whatever it is, be it freight, be it passenger.
Right.
So whenever such a transaction is happening, it gives an automatic boost to the economy of the local economy, of the economy of the places through which the railway line is passing. Let me give an example of this. The Manipur Railway Project.
Yeah.
As I've already told you, the project is stopped, but luckily, fortunately, before the project could be came to a halt, we connected a place called Khongsang. That's a station in Manipur, and it's a very small, isolated location where before the railway line reached, there was nothing but just the forest and the hills. The railway line reached, and then we started last year in the month of September, October. We started a Agartala to Khongsang Vistadome service.
Okay.
And that boosted the local economy there.
Of course.
See, we have these local farmers and producers who are coming to this railway station and they are selling these products to the railway passengers. And the passengers are also getting a fresh product.
Yes.
See, that is the actually the scenario in which railway works, right? We just don't create an infrastructure, we create a sustainable infrastructure.
Right.
We are the most carbon neutral transporter. We are the biggest transporter. And when you see, we have the ability to touch most of the facets of economic development when we talk about sustainable development.
Yes, yes. The whole economy of the region gets a huge fillip once the railway line comes. Now, here are two related questions. One, of course, the objection, stiff opposition to the rail line, the railway project in Meghalaya, where people are fearing, the locals are fearing that this will lead to an influx. It will open the floodgates for illegal migrants to come in. And the other question is regarding the Sirang project. You mentioned the Sirang project. There was a recent accident there, many lives lost. So has the work started as far as the Sirang project, and what about the inquiry that was set up?
I'll just first I'll touch the Sirang project. You see, the accident which happened is, if I give you a brief of the accident, what happened is we launched girders on bridges. These are pier bridges, and this is one of the tallest pier bridge in the project.
Okay.
Not only in the project, it is one of the tallest pier bridges as such.
In the whole of Northeast.
Yes. The next highest pier bridge is in the Manipur project.
Okay.
And this is one of the tallest. And while launching, one of the girders fell and unfortunately lives were lost. See, our investigation team is already there. They have started the investigation. It is only the girder that fell. The substructure of the bridge is all right. Okay. And since the girder fell, we are short of material of those girder material. But as and when we receive the new material, our construction can start.
All right.
This accident, very unfortunate it happened, but it won't have that big a effect on the project completion as such.
Okay.
Because we have some other finishing touches, because in that time period we will be able to complete this bridge.
Okay. Any action being taken against the contractors, the company?
See, everything in this action or whatever we have to take will always depend upon the report of the investigation team. Until and unless it comes, we don't know where to fix the responsibility, right? We have to depend upon that. And that team is a team of experts who are the pioneers of their field. We have some experts from IITs also. We have our railway zone officials who are engineers, who are senior engineers, senior managers who have been working in such a environment for a very long period. So we have a very qualified team.
Okay.
And we expect,
handling the project.
Yes, handling the project as well as the investigation.
Okay.
So we expect a result very soon, and
okay.
Depending upon that, actions and responsibilities will be fixed. When I talk about the Meghalaya project, the stiff opposition, yes, there is a opposition. We are not able to progress into the Khasi Hills area because of the Khasi Students Union's opposition. We have been in constant touch with the state government, and they have also promised that they will give us some headway, but unfortunately we have not got. However, you see, we have already connected Meghalaya via 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗡.
Right.
And if the state government agrees, we can explore other areas where we can extend the railway line.
Okay.
And so Shillong, if Shillong does not permit, or if it takes a long time, it does not mean that we are not doing anywhere else in Meghalaya. See, 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗡 is again a success story.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Because that part of the country never had a railway connectivity, and when you see the passenger trains, they come full. People are reaching there, they are flocking to that place. People are coming out in huge numbers.
Yes.
And railway, see, this illegal migrant, I am not an expert of that, so I can't speak so much onto that. But as far as I understand, you see, illegal immigration, even right now, when the roadways is there, it can happen, right?
Yes.
So I don't think that railway can only be the sole the push or carrier of that issue.
Yes.
So I leave it at that, because I'm not the expert of that field. But yes, what their opposition is well taken, and we'll wait for their decision. Whatever the state government says, we'll move accordingly.
But are talks on with the Meghalaya government for alternate locations?
Yes. That is also there, and we are ready also. If the Meghalaya government wants a connection, railway connection elsewhere, we can go ahead with that.
Okay, also. But Railways is totally committed that they will expand the railway lines across Northeast.
Our commitment is strong that we will expand across Northeast, across all the states, all the far reaches, in every place, wherever we can actually go ahead, because it gives a very good alternative to the road transport, right?
Yes.
So we are committed for that. Yes.
Right. So what kind of investments is the railways doing as far as the Northeast projects are concerned?
I'll just tell you, for this current fiscal, we got an investment of around 10,000 crores, 10,000 plus 10,000, right?
Yeah.
And it is around 300% more than the average which has been given in the previous years. And on an average, we are getting around 100 to 150% more than the average investment in railways in this part of the country. And in Northeast also, this is a growing trend. Every year, the budget allocation to Northeast has been growing steadily. And with this budget allocation, the amount of projects we are doing and the amount of new surveys and projects which we are taking in also, that is also increasing quite a bit.
Yeah. Now, there are a few other issues, like one big issue, mostly, we see in Assam, the elephants crossing the rail tracks. Of course, of late the casualty numbers have gone down, but that issue stays. So what about the elephant corridors?
I'm very glad that you asked this. I'll give you, I don't know if you are aware of this. Northeast Frontier Railway has become one of the leading zones in the country, or I would say in the world, where we have adopted an artificial intelligence based method to detect elephant crossing the railway track. It is called the intrusion detection system. And this intrusion detection system, what it does is, whenever a railway, along the railway alignment, along that linear infrastructure, whenever an elephant approaches, we get a warning that the elephant is approaching. And the moment the warning comes to us, when I say us, it is not us here at the head office. It is the loco pilots, it is the station masters in that area, and it is the field level staff who gets the alert.
All right.
And the moment they get it, we are controlling trains. And as you have rightly pointed out, this is the foremost reason why the casualties have gone down.
Right.
It is the casualty which is usually seen in the media. Let me tell you a good figure. In the last 1 year, the last fiscal and this fiscal, the number of elephant deaths which have been prevented due to this system
Yes.
is 1200.
Oh wow. Okay, that's.
Okay, there have been
that's
1200
commendable.
cases where we have actually prevented
Wow.
elephant
Yes.
deaths, and this is a successful model. It has been done in a pilot phase in the Lamding Hawaipur section of
Okay.
Lamding division, and in Alipurduar division it comes in West Bengal, but still it is a very important
Right.
elephant
Yes.
corridor called the Duars area.
Yeah.
It is the Chalsa Hasimara section of Alipurduar division,
Okay.
and it is a success, 100% success, zero casualties. There are no false alerts.
Yeah.
And there are no negative alerts also. Ki even when the elephant has come, it does not show an alert. A case like this has also not happened. It is so successful, the other zones are copying us.
Okay.
And the Railway Ministry has given us excess sanction of around 80 crores
Yeah.
for covering 100% of elephant corridors over Northeast.
Okay. All right.
So, in the next 1-2 years, all our elephant corridors will be protected through the IDS system. And this is the foremost reason why the casualty numbers have come down.
As far as the railway track
Yes.
casualties are concerned. Okay. Now let us talk a little about the beautification projects, the world-class railway stations. I believe a lot of work is going on already in Guwahati and New Guwahati. Tell us a little bit.
Beautification projects, we have the major station redevelopment project. There are the Kamakhya station is getting redeveloped. Then Dimapur station in Nagaland is getting redeveloped, and apart from that there are 32 stations in Assam and 60 stations all total in Northeast which are getting redeveloped under the Amrit Bharat station scheme.
Okay.
See, the major idea of this redevelopment is to uplift the face or the facade of the station and to make station as a city center. The main one of the most prominent features which these stations will have that is a skywalk in every station.
Okay.
Which will be around 70 to 80 feet wide, where we will be setting up the commercial establishments like shops and eateries and all. So, and it will act as a city center for even the small towns.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have around 60 stations in Northeast. Other than that, Guwahati station is getting a major facelift. We are getting the second entry to Guwahati station. A recent land swap deal has been signed between the ASTC and Northeast Frontier Railway, where we are taking the ASTC bus stand on the Paltan Bazaar side, and in exchange we are giving them a piece of land here in Chalukbari, which which was owned by us. And that is the piece of land in Paltan Bazaar will be used as a second entry to Guwahati. See, now this has a huge benefit not only for the railway passengers but for the city as well. If you know, approach to Guwahati railway station are two overbridges, the Biburu overbridge and the Pan Bazar overbridge.
Yes.
They have been always choked because of the traffic congestion, because of the number of people coming into the station. And if we open this part of the second entry, these two choke points of the city will also be decluttered. The traffic, I hope that the traffic woes will come down a bit at least.
Yes.
And this is for the city, and for the passengers, yes, we get a second access to the station.
Yes. So what kind of investments are going on as far as the facelift, the upgradation of the stations are concerned?
In Northeast, we are having an investment of around 1200 crores for the station redevelopment projects as well. For specifically, if I talk about Dimapur, has one of the largest investment of around 230 crores.
Okay.
For the station redevelopment of Dimapur. Because Dimapur is the commercial hub of the state, right?
Yes.
And it is one of the largest railway station, one of the oldest railway stations and busiest also in Northeast. So we have a plan of developing Dimapur in that line. Guwahati stations will also be developed in that line. It will be it will have a better facade and a better public, better customer interface, better user interface. When I say customer interface, not only for the passengers but for the traders as well who use the station.
Yes, yes. So what Railways is doing at this point of time is just not giving facilities to the passengers but also taking care of the livelihood aspects of people in and around that space near the railway station or wherever.
Not only that, in that line I'll add to it. When you talk about livelihood, we have a project called the OSOP, or one station, one product.
All right.
See, the concept behind this is we have one station, one product stalls in almost all the railway stations, where the local artisans, the local crafts, the local handicraft person, they can register and they can set up shop. And
Alright.
it is almost very cheap. For 15 days, it is $1,000. In 1,000 rupees, you can actually take that stall.
Yeah.
And the profit is all yours.
Okay. So it's already operational.
Yes, it is already
across.
operational around Northeast. It is operational around the country.
Yeah.
We have a very good handicraft stall in Guwahati station.
Okay.
Northeast Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation, they have set up a stall. Then any agro products.
Yes. So basically, the local entrepreneurs
yes,
also
they
get
are
a platform.
Yes.
They can sell their products
Yes.
there. Okay. Now, little bit about the. Little bit more about the Meghalaya projects. So, what stage are the talks in? Have the locations been identified? The surveys done?
Yes, the survey is done. The project is sanctioned.
For alternate locations.
I was talking about the Shillong
existing,
project. Existing that is done. The surveys for the alternate locations are going on. That is being done in consultation with the state government.
Okay.
Wherever they want, we will go.
All
so
right.
Right now, that dialogue has. We have just received that yes, they are accepting to this proposal that we can go to alternate locations. But when you say which location, that is we have not reached that stage yet.
Okay. Okay. So then that might see some cost escalation as well, in case.
Yes.
Alternate locations.
In case no. See, even if we go to alternate location, we will never drop the dream of connecting Shillong.
Right.
That project stays.
Okay.
See, that project stays. We won't shift the project from here, from Shillong to some other place. That will be a new project.
Okay.
So it won't be a cost escalation.
All right.
Right?
Yeah,
that will be a new project. The dream of connecting the capital of Meghalaya stays.
Yes. No matter how. So you people
yes.
are positive that you will find a way
we will find a way.
People who are opposing the project.
Yes,
at this
we will.
point of
We
time.
should find a way. Yes.
Right. A little bit about the safety part, the track safety, signalling. What is happening there?
See, Northeast Frontier Railway in the past fiscal, we have been the leaders in track renewal works.
Okay.
We have been number one in upgrading the track quality. That is a periodical work which is being done, and it is usually seen in the past. It was seen that some zones lag behind because of the execution of this work. But in the last fiscal, we did 100% track renewal. Most of our due tracks which were to be renewed have been renewed. So our tracks are one of the safest tracks.
Right.
When I say, then from signal aspect, we have the sanction of automatic signaling. We are upgrading the signaling system as well. Apart from this, from safety point of view, you see, we are also bringing in electrification.
Right. Yes.
So we have a target of electrifying the whole of Northeast very soon. Most probably in this financial year, the whole of Northeast will be electrified.
Okay.
And the moment that happens, that also increases safety to a very it takes safety to the next level. So from safety aspect, yes, a lot of work is going on. Our staff is vigilant, the whole management is vigilant about safety, and we are working towards that. And that is a continuous work that never stops. So railway is operation and safety, right? Our operations are going on continuously. Our safety part is also going on continuously.
Right. And finally, more trains getting introduced for the region.
100%.
Okay.
See, we had, whenever you are coming into Northeast, there were 2 choke points in Northeast, right? And that was the New Bongaigaon to Guwahati connectivity. One was via Saraighat, one was via Naranayan Setu. Upper bank and the lower bank. These 2 lines are getting doubled. Doubling is happening. And the moment the doubling completes, the number of trains coming into Northeast will increase exponentially. And the reason these connectivities are being multi-tracked is because we want to bring in more trains to Northeast.
Okay. So, just curious, will there be a bullet train in Northeast anytime soon?
I wouldn't say anytime soon, but yes, there is a bigger plan of the central government of giving this high-speed connectivity to major centers or major cities within the nation. Bombay, Ahmedabad, as you know, is getting connected, and some other projects are under the survey stage right now. And I hope sometime Northeast also gets. But however, even if we don't get, we have the Vande Bharat.
Right.
the Vande Bharat, this Guwahati NJP Vande Bharat has recently started, and I invite you to travel. You see the facility yourself, and as and when the electrification happens, we'll take Vande Bharat more east.
Okay.
We will connect Dibrugarh. There's a future of connecting Dibrugarh and Guwahati also.
Yeah.
We might connect across the Kachar hills, across the Dima Hasao section also.
Yes.
So as and when the electrification completes, these possibilities will arise.
Yeah. And what about the Vista Dome?
Vista Dome services, see, our Vista Dome services in the northeastern region are one of the most successful.
Okay.
The Guwahati Badarpur Vista Dome service, it has actually rejuvenated the dying hotel industry of New Haflong. Which during the COVID time, which was almost vanished, it almost vanished during the COVID time. Just after COVID, or I would say towards the end of the COVID, this Vista Dome service was introduced, and now the tourism industry in Dima Hasao is flourishing because of this.
Right.
The demand is so high, we are not able to cater to the passengers.
Okay.
Right. So the Vista Dome services here, the Vista Dome service between Agartala and Khongsang, when the train was operational, was very good.
Yeah.
And all the Vista Dome services within Northeast have shown very promising results.
Okay. Lovely to hear all these positive things as far as the railways is concerned and their plans for Northeast. Thank you so much for speaking to Northeast Live.
Thank you.
Thank you.